All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome. We got a little live before lock action. This is the first live stream we have done on this new channel, and we're joined by none other than TST. TST, before I ask how are you doing, how am I sounding now that we're live?
You're better. You're better.
Hell yeah, that's good. Okay, now how are you doing?
Now I'm doing okay. Now that you're sounding better. Jokic just got ruled out though.
Love it.
But you know what? I know some people are going to overreact a little bit. He's got another game in the game week. I wouldn't.
Ooh, there we go. I like that.
I feel this is, it's the second of a back-to-back is more the thing rather than he's actually injured or anything. So
wait, but let me ask you this: is it DeAndre Jordan season?
No, it hasn't been DeAndre Jordan season in 10 years.
Kappa 9 though. How do you feel about DeAndre Jordan? All right, guys, welcome back. This is what we're going to do. As always, we'll go over some of the injury news before we get into the projections and then into the questions and answers. More importantly, do me a favor. If we are going to give away a rare tier card, and here are the rules. You have to like the stream. That's how it collects it. You have to subscribe, just like our guy Grote right here. Like and subscribe, and then into the chat, you were going to put hashtag Ivy. Throw hashtag Ivy into the chat because I'm riding the Jaden Ivy Pine this week. They have 3 games. Of course, none of them have anything to do with the in-season tournament, which would have been cool. But do me a favor, like the stream, subscribe. Appreciate everyone for coming on over here. Just made sense, I think, to put us in the in like the same space, put all the so rare content in the same space. We are now up to, let me just double check this in real time, 205 subs. We love to see it. So slowly getting there. All right. So this is, I believe now this is going to be the seventh and final. This is actually a question. Let's start right here with the in-season tournament. Did they clarify what like the knockout round and the final round looks like as well? Or are we coming down the home stretch here?
I think this ends this week. I don't think that. I think that's has nothing to do with their in-season tournament.
Interesting.
Which is
dumb.
I found interesting. Yeah. Like it'd be cool to include the knockout and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, and I'll say,
like everyone is guaranteed 2 games for like the before the final 4 or whatever, right? So
well, and what I'll say, based on my dealings with So Rare, specifically today was Cyber Monday, we might find out tomorrow that there's 3 more weeks to this thing, because that is how Cyber Monday went. It was just more information the further the day went along, and the only people that looked dumb were us, which was really cool. I hope you guys are watching. Hi, So Rare. That was a frustrating experience, although for the user, if you guys bought some stuff, I hope it worked out great for you. Germ letting us know the in-season tournament was only for the group stage. Well, that's boring as hell. So this is the last week. Get your lineups in. Mate, dude, now I'm thinking about it. Do I just punt this completely? I'm going to rethink my entire strategy here. Like, am I really going to get above a 203? Who knows? Anyways, okay, let's do it. Like the stream, subscribe, hashtag Ivy into the chat. That will qualify you for the rare tier card that we're going to go over here in a little bit. I'm going to swing on over to Underdog Fantasy, where we get all of our information here for injury news. As you can see, the poster boy, Lauri Markkanen, has already been ruled out. Let's do it. Jokic is out tonight. LeBron, so is Aaron Gordon, by the way. I don't know. Yeah, they have Aaron Gordon listed. Jokic is out. LeBron is still questionable. However, I feel like he's played every game since he's been questionable. AD is probable. Murray's out. Gordon's out. Lauri's out. Poole is questionable. Clarkson is in. Scam Reddish, questionable. A couple of other guys, too, I just want to reference for tomorrow. Bam Adebayo practiced today. Jimmy Butler did not practice today. So for you Tuesday fools trying to figure out your in-season tournament, that doesn't mean Jimmy's not going to play. Jimmy feels like a guy that doesn't need to practice. You know what I'm saying? Matty Harrison letting us know Cam Reddish has just been ruled out. LaMelo Ball is doubtful for tomorrow. That's another one that didn't make this list because we're doing Monday. Okay, I think that's it. The Celtics play tomorrow too, and I don't think we have any confirmation on Porzingis yet. My guess is Porzingis won't play and Drew Holiday might play, so we got that going for us. But anyways, all right, let's go. Let's get going. Poole is questionable in the Washington versus Detroit game. That's dog shit. Portland, Simons is still out. Ish is still out. We already know that stuff. Boyan is still out for Detroit. We'll talk about Jaden Ivey a little bit. Neesmith's expected to be available. There you go for the Pacers, although not starting, which is interesting. The Lakers, we already talked about LeBron. Cam is now being ruled out. Rui's still out. Vando's still out. Gabe Vincent's still out. So they're going to be pretty thin. All of a sudden, Christian Wood becomes a little bit more intriguing, I guess, even though I got rid of him today. 76 Will Holtz Jr. is out. Jaden Springer is out as well. So the corpses of Rocco and the Nicholas Batum become pretty interesting. And then for the Pellies, we get some news on CJ McCollum. Looks like CJ might play on Wednesday, which I don't know what kind of air was being blown into his lungs to get that bad boy blown back up like a balloon again. But that's good news for CJ. Matty Ryan's still injured. Trey Murphy's still out. The Utah Jazz, we already talked about both of those guys. For Denver, the projected starting lineup.
Oh, God.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Justin Holiday, Michael Porter Jr., and DeAndre Jordan. You know that meme of with Steve Buscemi being like, "What's up, young kids," or whatever, the skateboard, right? That's like this entire starting lineup except for Michael Porter Jr. There's a bunch.
That's up there.
Wait, let me ask you this. I know it's a different position, but does this mean Colin Gillespie season? Or whatever his name is, Colin? I don't know.
Is he behind Peyton Watson? Is he behind Hunter Tyson now too?
He's pretty far back there. He's pretty far back there. He came in and played a few minutes. So they had 2 games this past game week, and he played a few minutes in the first one and got -2 in his first game. But in his second game, he got +2. So I think he ended up at 0. The Clippers, we got Plumlee out and Brandon Boston of the juniors still out. So there you go. That is your injury rundown. Shout out to UnderdogFantasy.com. I think we just dive into some projections right now. I guess before we do that, is there any big slate thoughts overarching heading into game week 11, game week 7 of the in-season tournament that you're feeling?
I mean, I guess what you want to be looking at, I guess if you're setting your in-season and you're kind of like maybe on the fence, first of all, you can't go look at where you're actually at on Sorare, but you can on Sorare data. So
how is the third-party company the place you have to go to figure out where? I'm sorry, I'm seeming anti-Sorare today. Today was frustrating.
But yeah, so head over there to kind of figure out where you are and see how maybe much you want to go after this or not. And then check what your low score is that you have to beat. Because if you've been like pretty consistent the whole time and then you don't really have one, if you have one low score or a couple low scores that you can really make a jump, kind of think, oh, like I could score like 220. Well, if you're knocking off a 150, then you're really going to jump up in the standings. But if like your lowest score is 210, then you might want to think things over. And maybe if you're debating whether putting one of those cards in a champion lineup instead, maybe you want to do that.
After we go through the projections and some of the questions, I'm actually going to pull up my lineups and we're going to talk through that because I think I'm in that position where almost every single week I put up, I think my lowest is 203 or 210 right now. And like I have the ceiling of 230. So it's like, well, what are we doing? But I also don't know if I like have any pivots that make sense for my other lineup. So Jaden Ivey would be the one. We can talk about it when we get over there. Joker Rock saying LaMelo may have broke your IST. Okay, I thought that was an injury thing. All right, let's dive into some of the projections. We're going to be using our boy Momentum Labs. JBB had a baby, and now we are able to use the spreadsheets again, which we're excited about. As I switch over to there, do me a favor, like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag Ivy into the chat for the rare tier card giveaway. Also, I just want to shout out our boy Chef who won, or Chief who won on Friday, still hasn't received his card yet because I've just been late. I've been very lazy. Also, Roy, you know what? I think we should talk about this on Wednesday, which I'll plug Shot Tank before we get out of here. But I will save it for Wednesday because it's got some vibes of this man right here. We'll do a video drop because I feel like we're ahead of time. That's all I'm going to tease you with, but a little Dear Roham. That's what I'm going to give you. All right, let's dive into the projections. We do this the same way all the time. What we're going to do is just kind of work our way up from a cap down at the bottom, see if there's anybody popping. I'll go through 5 through 10, and then 10 through 20. And TST, give me some thoughts that you have on rows, and then we'll move our way up. And then again, if you guys have questions and stuff in the chat, you can find a way. But I'm not going to get to them because I'm not even looking until we get started. Let's go over this. Grady Dick. I don't know why Grady Dick has a projection when our plays G League. Okay, here we go. Let's get started. We'll start with 6 here. Troy Brown Jr. seems to pop a little bit. He's got a cap of 6 with a projection of 11. Now, they are without Jaden McDaniels. I think that's part of the reason there. We also have Daniel House, who's been ruled out for 1 game, so I don't really love that as much. Jackson Hayes, maybe he gets a little boost with all the Lakers that are missing some time. What's nice about Jackson Hayes is he might only play like 8 minutes, but I swear to God, he comes in and he's like, block, put back dunk, rebound, assist, put back dunk. And then it's like, okay, I'll take that. Rashawn Holmes with Derek Lively missing time still. I mean, he's popping in the sense that it's cap of 7 and projection 13.5, but nothing too spicy. Ish Smith, about the same thing, especially because we have no LaMelo, it looks like, for Tuesday night. We get some Nuggets that are popping a little bit. We got Justin Holiday with a cap of 8 and a projection of 16. Just a heads up, he did absolutely fucking nothing yesterday when he started. And then Peyton Watson, same thing. He has been ruled in. He is going to play. Cap of 8 with a projection of 13.8. Couple more in the 9 range. Derrick Rose, who I talked about in value hunting, which makes me very nervous. Simone Fontecchio gets a little bit of a boost because of no Lauri Markkanen, but Jordan Clarkson is back. A lot of usage goes there. Pat Bev. And then at 10, round us off here, Julian Strother, another Nugget. TST, how are we feeling about all these?
There's nothing that's like crazy down there. Like, you're kind of taking stabs at dark. I mean, Rashawn Holmes started when Lively didn't play, right?
Right.
But he's still questionable. So unless that happens again, then that's really nothing. Justin Holiday, I think, if you're looking at just like someone that's probably guaranteed to get minutes, and that's part of the thing you're looking for at this range. And then I would say I do like Simone Fontecchio because Lauri Markkanen not being there is a lot of different things, not just the scoring, but also the rebounding and stuff. So he's probably the only one that really pops out to me in this range.
Yeah, I want to shout out Max Christie, who played. I know somebody's Germ said it in the chat. He played some pretty good basketball over the weekend. He's going to cap a 10. He only projects for 8, but I think that's fine. Let's go. One injury, as I see Wesley Matthews up here. Jalen Johnson's been ruled out 4 to 6 weeks, so I imagine most people are going to be heading on over to Saddiq Bey. I don't really trust anything of Atlanta's decision-making in that world, right? Where it could be Saddiq Bey, it could be AJ Griffin. It could be just some like Wesley Matthews. I don't know. So I'm not touching it. I'm just going to watch this week and then see what happens. All right. Let's go 11 and 20 real quick. Let's see who's popping. We got Vando. Again, I know he projects really well. I can't stress this enough. Don't play him until he plays basketball. All right. I don't care that he's projecting. Luke Cornett, shout out our boy Sneeps. He's got a cap of 11 and a projection of 14.4, which means they are projecting that our friend Kristaps is going to miss another game, which means Al Horford is enticing. Scoot Henderson coming off a somewhat efficient game over the weekend. He's going to cap at 13 and projection of 22. You see Christian Wood, who we already mentioned. Landry Shamet faces a cap of 13 and the projection of 15.5. 14 range, Jose Alvarado slowly ramping up, but again, hasn't really, I don't know. I know people have been excited about him. Cap 14, projection 17. Do whatever you want. Hartenstein's right there. Kispert. Nobody really jumping off the page. We get to 16. Caleb Martin, Miami is just devastated with injuries. Trey Lyles, who we talked about, light the beam. Batum, who we already referenced as well. Let's get up to 18, 19, and 20. You have Jalen Smith and Christian Brown. Get a little bit of a boost. Trey Jones. Oh, Jeremy Sohan left the game over the weekend. We have to pay attention to that, but that would give Trey Jones a boost. And then 19, we've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Colin Sexgod, Kelly Olynyk. And then in the 20 range, you get Jaden Ivey, who we'll talk about a little bit. Hunter, again, from the Hawks, Andrew Wiggins, Aaron Nesmith, Naz Reid, all kind of popping. And that 10 to 20 range, I know that's kind of all over the place, TST. Is there anybody that gets you excited?
Caleb Martin is interesting to me. He's back from injury. He had was it last game that was a pretty big game in the 30s, maybe on So Rare. So he's kind of interesting just with their whole situation. And, if Jimmy Butler doesn't play, then he becomes even more intriguing. Not that we'll have the news on that. Taurean Prince, them having 3 games, he played pretty well over the weekend. So that's something that's interesting. And then Hunter that you mentioned at the very end there, he was probably the biggest beneficiary in the first game. Not to say that will be every game. I kind of believe in Sadiq Bey, but I think Hunter will get a little more, maybe a little more usage, but more guaranteed minutes, depending on what's happening in the game.
Yeah, I think that's right. Sadiq Bey is the one that I'm the most interested in right now. And what's nice about Sadiq Bey is we've seen him score 50 points in real life, so like that could happen.
He also rebounds well.
Yeah.
So like even last game, he didn't have a great, production game, but he still grabbed like 7-8 boards. So that definitely raises his floor.
A lot of people in the chat asking for Omer. Omer, why is he not? I don't know if. Oh, there he is. Did I spell Omer right? He's not projecting right now. I don't know if that's because. I don't know if this hasn't been updated. Well, no, Laurie had been ruled out when he had updated this, so I'm not.
Yeah, these have the Laurie out. I'm pretty sure.
So Omer over the weekend here, I can pull this up quickly on my tab. So when Laurie and Clarkson were both out, and it was Walker Kessler's first game back from injury, Omer got the start, which was kind of surprising. I don't think a lot of people saw that coming. And I wonder if they just think that, hey, listen, he's back now. We don't have to worry about it too much. But even still, I would assume that Omer would get some minutes real quick. So with that, in that game, Omer played 27 minutes. Again, this is with no Laurie and Jordan Clarkson. Played 27 minutes. Racked up 6 points, 7 boards, 1 steal, 2 blocks, no turnovers, which is nice. Kelly Olynyk played 24 minutes. Walker Kessler played 21 minutes. My assumption is that Walker Kessler is going to play 10 more minutes. Maybe he gets up to 30, and he's assume those directly come from Yurtseven. And so I don't know, but he still should be projecting a little bit with a cap of 7. Man, I'll disagree with these projections of 0 and feel like Yurtseven can get out there. I don't know. Do you have any Omer takes?
Not really. I just think that they can, with Kessler, Olynyk, and still having, with, I don't feel like he is going to be replacing Markkanen much. So
no.
I think that more had to do with Kessler, coming back. Than it had to do with anything else. John Collins could still kind of steal some of those front court minutes. I kind of like John Collins.
I think Collins is great
from a usage standpoint over anything. So yeah, I'm not a huge believer in Omer.
No, I think the Collins call is great. I listen. If you have Omer and you're like, oh, this fits, I think it's fine. What I wouldn't do is go buy him. You know what I mean? I wouldn't just go buy him right now. All right, let's go 20 to 30 real quick, because I think there's some very interesting plays here in this range. So 21, we see Dorian Finney-Smith. No, I'm sorry, Keontae George. Keontae George has been playing great. He gets a little bit of a ding because Jordan Clarkson's back, but he's still going to play 35 minutes. And I feel like he's a great contender play in the sense that he's like 15 points, let's say 12 points, 8 dimes, 8 boards. Like it feels a lot like that. Josh he's already been ruled out. Jokic has already been ruled out. Keontae is a great play. Mo Wagner, fresh off his 27 real last points against the Celtics. Derek Lively is questionable. Again, I don't trust the Lively stuff. 22 range is where it gets spicy. Al Horford with no Kristaps is pretty nice, right? Cap at 22, projection of 31. Cole Anthony, who's like put himself in the 6 man of the year conversation, he's got a cap at 22 and a projection of 29. And then I know somebody in the chat asked about Klay Thompson. He's got a cap at 22 and a projection of 28. Let's move up to 23. Tyus Jones with a projection of 30, especially with Jordan Poole being questionable. Walker Kessler, I think this is like a safe projection of 29. I would, if you're feeling yourself, I think his ceiling's a little bit higher than that.
3 games too.
Yeah, I'm happy to. Maybe he only plays 2 of them, but I still like 2 shots at it. Killian Hayes sucks. I'm not going to talk about him. But he healed. He's one of our favorite guys. He's got a cap of 25 with a projection of 34. Chris Middleton, I would not trust this Middleton stuff.
Middleton, it doesn't matter where you go. Middleton, it projects like crazy.
I know.
All these different sites. I don't know, like it must be a per minute thing that still like has old stuff in it, but
no, I don't
trust
it.
Take a while for those to shake. I don't even think I don't even know that he plays.
I would project him out. Like I'd much rather take shots on all the dudes that get amplified because he misses time. And then Draymond Green is back from suspension, so that dings your Dario Saric, your Andrew Wiggins. But his cap's 25, and that's
ding Wiggins?
Mainly, well, yeah, maybe it's like no, maybe not. You're right.
No one told Wiggins that Draymond didn't play in those last couple of games.
That is true. I mean, I guess it. Yeah, you're right. It dings what we thought Wiggins was going to do with no Draymond. All right, let's get all the way up to 30. So you got OG Anunoby. I know that's somebody you traded for. He's got a cap of 26 with a projection of 32 almost. Santi Aldama, just about the same thing. In the 27 range, you get Jordan Poole, who projects really well, cap of 27, a projection of 36. Derek White has a cap of 27 with a projection of 32. I feel like that projection jumps to 34 if Drew Holiday does miss another game. You got Mitch Rob, Jabari Smith, similar projections. Jalen Duren, who I love, cap of 28, a projection of 34. He seems like he's back on his bullshit, as you would say. And they also have 3 games this game week. I would say he probably only plays 2, just coming back from that injury. And then Dinwiddie's got a cap of 29 with a projection of 32. Cam Thomas has already been ruled doubtful for this game. Devin Vassell, who probably should be a projection of 40 if Greg Popovich didn't hate him so much. Drew Holiday's right there. We already said he was questionable. Zach Collins, whatever. And then in the 30 range, DeAndre Ayton has 2 games, but he's DeAndre Ayton. So, deal with it. Anybody in that 20 to 30 range? I know we talked about some guys that I know that you like. Anybody that you're excited about?
Yeah, Al Horford. It really hurts that it's only 1 game in the game week, but I still am willing to roll the dice with him, especially, if we don't get Drew either. That helps him. I think Derek White is a great play as well, because, Derek White is a decent play at that cap when all things are normal. So I think you have some high upside there. Mm-hmm. And then, you have the Poole and Tyus Jones situation, right? Like Poole sprained his ankle in warmups, and Tyus benefited from that. So if Poole's in, it's weird to say I like him this week.
Yeah.
If he's out, then Tyus is great. And, Tyus could be okay even with Poole in. So I don't mind him at a cap of 23.
Yeah, I think with Poole, with Tyus's cap is fine. Like, I think with or without Poole, I honestly kind of like Tyus a little bit better with Poole. Only because he's like, Tyus isn't going to get you 25 real points. Bless you. He's going to get 15, 8 and 8, right? And he gets more assists. He would like to think he gets more assists if he's out there.
I think I was also allergic to that take. So
yeah, I get it. Also, Roy, yeah, man, I'm wheeling and dealing right now. I didn't know that was you. Are you Crocodile Dundee? I'm trying to get a Caleb Martin in here to upgrade from Dayron Sharp, even though Nicholas Claxton is questionable. Okay. All right, let's keep. And it was with Mark Williams, so I clearly have an affinity for him. I'm so mad at the Charlotte Hornets, I can't even. Oh, whatever. All right, let's keep going. I'm just gonna skim through the 30 range.
The last one was Spencer Dinwiddie. I like him, and I think that projection's a little low.
Yeah. Roy, all I will say is that's a fair fucking deal, bro. All right. Let me just skim through the 30, see if anybody really stands out. Nick Claxton, who we just talked about, is questionable. Franz Wagner, seems to have turned a corner a little bit. I love playing Franz. I feel like he just does a little bit of everything. He's going to cap at 32, almost a projection of 40. Triple J, send the Memphis Grizzlies to the moon. Cade Cunningham has a cap at 33 and a projection of just about 40. He's got good matchups this week. You got Miles Turner.
3 games.
Yeah, 3 games as well. I feel like he'll play all 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
Zion and Paul. I feel like if you have any of these guys, you're playing them. Like, this is the sweet spot of like 34 to 40, right? I don't know if there's anybody in that range that you wanted to highlight. Şengün with a cap 39, projection of 42. I mean, everybody seems like if you got him, you play him, right?
Yeah. Once you get in those high 30s, sometimes not, depending. But, I really like Cade. You can make an argument for Harden even, but I hate the Clippers situation. So it hurts to do that. Franz has been playing a little better, but I just feel like his ceiling is a little lower this year. They really like to use their bench bench together, and they'll just ride guys. And Cole Anthony has been carrying some stuff, and his brother's been playing really well. So that's kind of
so good.
So it's kind of like these little bench mobs. Reminds me of the Raptors back in the day when they just let those guys go, and you think that they have to hold over for a couple of minutes, and they're actually building leads sometimes. So then they just keep playing them. So I think that's actually limited Franz and Paolo a little bit from ceiling perspective, but they've both been kind of playing a little better, but it's just kind of consistent. So it's not great.
Yeah. That's a good point. I think again, at their caps, I like it, especially for a contender. But yeah, that's a good point. Magic are, as Courtside said, the Magic are deep, baby. All right, Brandon Ingram too. I mean, his cap's down to 37. I think that's fine. Let's just jump up to see some of these cheap MVPs in the 40 to 50 range. Tatum's cap's down to 46, which is kind of intriguing. Luka's down to 50. There was somebody. Oh, I wanted to shout out this one right here because I think this is crazy. Steph Curry, his cap is all the way down to 38. And he's going to, and I own Steph Curry. So I was like, let's go plug and play Steph Curry. And then his projection's 39, which is kind of crazy. But I'm now wondering as we've talked through this slate, do we think with Draymond back, all of a sudden his ceiling jumps up a little bit higher?
Yeah, I think Draymond is a positive for Steph. He's the way Draymond plays. It doesn't really take away from Steph at all. And you know what? Steph's just one of those guys that a projection could say 39 or it could say 44, it could say 46, but he still has that 50, 60 easily in that potential. Yeah. So at that cap, you can feel pretty good rolling him out at a 38 still.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to, I actually he's not in my lineups right now, which is kind of nuts. I don't.
Yeah. You should probably fix that.
We'll look at it. I'll tell you, you tell me. Okay. All right. I think that's really it. I don't think there's anybody else we need to shout out. Devin Booker's cap's 46. He's only got 1 game, but Devin Booker's been playing out of his mind. Kevin Durant's missed the last couple of games. That's something to pay attention to, but I feel like he's fine. Jokic, you already talked about being ruled out, but as you mentioned, they do have another game. And I think this is more of rest than anything else. So I'm not concerned too much long-term. SGA, Hallie, Giannis. I mean, LaMelo's the other one we'll shout out because he's doubtful. So I wouldn't play LaMelo at all. Bick saying, who is the play with Joker out, Jordan or Najee? Listen, man, I think trying to figure that out is the Lord's work. I don't really feel good about any of the it's the year is 2023 and you're asking me if we should roll out DeAndre Jordan. You know what I mean? I don't know. Do you have
City, baby.
Yeah, Lob City. I don't know. Do you have a take on any of that?
I'll go Jordan just because he's projecting to start, but
yeah. All right. It feels bad though, right? It doesn't feel good. All right. I think that's it for most of the stuff that we were doing here. Is there anything else from all this that we need to hit before we move on?
No, I think we're ready to get to some questions.
Let's get to some Q's and A's. All right. I'm still wheeling and dealing trying to get a Caleb Martin. I would like to improve upon that. All right. Listen, this will be the first thing I get to, and then we're going to remind the people of some stuff. Thoughts on the contender? AD, Hayes, Holiday, Rose, Paul George. That's for contender?
I just love if you start thoughts on contender with AD. Yeah, I like it. And then it finishes with Paul George. But are you sure this fits?
I mean,
cap of
like
42.
Hayes, Holiday, and Rose are all single digits, right?
I guess. Jeez.
That's crazy. All right, let's remind the people here, like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag Ivy. That's how you qualify for the rare tier giveaway. I'm proud that we get to 100 live viewers here tonight. I was not sure if that was going to happen, but the only way to qualify for this, you have to like the stream, subscribe, you have to put hashtag Ivy into the chat. We're up to 91 entrants. All right, actually, you know what? I'm going to show my lineups real quick, and then I'll get into the Q's and A's because I feel like that will help. I don't know if that will help. All right. Let's go. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. Let's do questions and answers. I'll do this in a little bit. All right, let's go. Let's catch up here. AD with the cap of 44 is too low. That's right. Bosey, what's up, Bosey? Look at that red flannel, Bosey. I own that same one. It's dirty, though. I was about to pull it out of my closet and show you. He said, how would you rank these from best to worst? Oh, well, I love this. This is near and dear to like all of our hearts because TST loves Josh Richardson. Malachi Flynn plays for We the North. Christian Brown is a Denver Nugget, and I love the Nuggets. And Day'Ron Sharpe is in my lineup right now. So, I don't. What you want? You want to take a crack at this?
Geez, I might go Braun, Richardson, Sharpe, Flynn.
Yeah. I think I'm close to that. Oh my God, hold on. I swear to God, Roy came back with a deal that said Caleb Martin for DeAndre Ayton. Come on, Roy. I can't do that, Roy.
He said he already has Mark Williams.
No, I know it's fair. I need Ayton this week. That's what I was saying. How about Eric Gordon and $14? All right, Bosey. I would say, yeah, Christian Brown's in first place for me. Malachi Flynn's been playing some good basketball, but I don't know if it's good, so rare basketball.
Yeah,
I think I would go Brown. I'm gonna root for Sharpe. I'm gonna go Brown, Sharpe, Richardson, Flynn, just to be different. Let's go. Josh Richardson, Highsmith. Highsmith might miss some time, so I think this is Josh Richardson and then Gary Trent, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep moving. Michael Porter Jr., Kyle Kuzma. So MPJ, this is gonna be fascinating to see if Porter Jr. gets a nice bump with no Jokic. So he's going to cap at 36 with a projection of almost 35. The Kuz, who's been real hit or miss, mainly because the Wizards get blown the fuck out. He has a cap of 38 and a projection of 37.4. So between those two, who do you like this game week, TST?
I think it's Kuzma. Just a little bit, you know.
I think it is too. I don't like it. I would like that not to be the case, but I do think it is. I do think it is Kuzma. All right, let me get to the next one here. As I swear to God, I'm still trying to wheel and deal here. Rank them. Magnum says rank them. Scotty Barnes, Trae Young. Wow, Trae Young and Jalen Brunson. I'm surprised. This is. I mean, it makes sense. These are all in the same tier, but I'm a little bit surprised.
Yeah, I mean. This is like these caps are a decent range. I think Trae Young's like 48, Scotty's around 44, and Jalen Brunson's 39.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been debating playing Jalen Brunson or not this week in my in-season tournament, and I've landed on yes. So I think I'm gonna go Jalen Brunson, Trae Young, Scotty Barnes.
I'd go Trae, Brunson, Barnes, but I like you could talk me into either. I think those are both great calls. Buttervine's asking, we didn't talk about Daniel Gafford. I imagine this is going to be Butterhead, but Daniel Gafford has a projection of 26. I'm sorry, a cap of 26 with a projection of almost 29. Buddy, not Nutty. Buddy has a cap of 25 with a projection of 34. So it's not really that close. I know Gafford is a block party bro. Does a lot of stuff on the other side of the court. Do you agree with this? It's just Buddy?
Yes, but I think that I'd be more interested in Gafford if Poole was out.
Ooh, there you go. That's fun. Beef Stew is 3 games or Al Horford with 1 game. I love this one because to me it's clearly Al Horford, except for the fact that Stew's got 3 shots at it. And with Jalen Duren coming off injury, I feel like Jalen Duren only plays 2 of those games, which means Beef Stew maybe gets a little bit more freedom in one of them. However, I still think I'm taking Al. What are you doing here?
I would take Al, but I would hate it because once Al plays his 1 game, and I think it's on Tuesday, and there's so much left in the game week, if it's a shit one, you're just going to be pissed. Whereas Isaiah Stewart having 3 games, there's always a chance he does better.
Yeah, I think I'm comfortable rolling with Al, and you just hope he just cooks because Beef Stew doesn't project that well. Also, there's James Wiseman, Marvin Bagley, and Monty Williams you have to deal with. So I'm fine with it. Olnick and Daniel Gafford or Christian Wood and Max Strus. This is kind of interesting because there's no Lauri Markkanen, and I hate Christian Wood. We haven't talked about Max Strus yet. Let's see what Max is at. Cap at 31 with a projection of 33. Man, I don't really love these options. What are you doing here?
I'm going to Linux Gafford.
Yeah, I think that's right. I just don't trust Christian Wood. I know they're shorthanded, but I hate it. Gillespie hype, Ibrahim. I fucking wish, man. I am so down bad. I had like 1 week where I was victory lapping a Jamal Murray injury, and I think that those were like the karma gods stepping in, being like, "This is wrong, bro." Sport Freak, let's go, Sport Freak. Olynyk or Sexton? We haven't talked about Sexton at all. Sexton with a cap of 19 and a projection of 23. Olynyk, cap of 9. Wow, that's like, they're right next to each other. They're on top of each other. I trust Olynyk more than Sexton because Olynyk will do some weird shit. I don't know. What about you?
Yeah, I feel like Sexton might have a little better of a ceiling with Markkanen out.
Okay.
This is tough.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably play Olynyk in a champion and Sexton in a contender.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I'm with that. AFC Red saying thoughts on Luka, Freddie, Bogdan, Austin. Who the fuck is Austin? Why can't I think of who that is?
Reeves,
thank you. And Kelly Olynyk. Yeah, man, I like this. I would have been a little bit nervous about Luka because it seemed like maybe he'd be dinged up for tomorrow's game, but he's already been good to go. Said he was going to play, so I like this. Rank Brogdon, Harden, and Zion. All right, so I'm going to not look at projections, and I'm going to go Zion, Brogdon, and Harden in that order. Where are you at?
I'm going Zion, Harden, Brogdon.
All right, so Zion has a cap of 35 and a projection of 39. Brogdon has a cap of 33 and a projection of 34. Harden has okay, so it seems like it should go the way you said it. I just don't trust what the Clippers are doing right now outside of Paul George. Paul George, I love. Jamie,
I can't see Brogdon being that great of a play at that cap.
I know, but he's like a double-double.
Yeah, but like James Harden has a really good game. He's getting in like the 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
You know, Brogdon's been having really good games and he gets in the 40s, maybe sniffs 50.
Yeah, I think that's fair. But I hate James Harden, so
yeah, I mean, like,
okay. All right. Ludix saying Brunson, Bridges, Siakam, or Curry. Rank them what do you mean rank them if possible? What? So if it's not possible, Ludix, what am I going to do here? I think it's in.
Put them in alphabetical order.
No. Yeah. All right. Well, I could do that. Actually, that is still
do tricky. It real quick.
Bridges, Brunson. No. Yeah. Bridges, Brunson, Curry, Siakam. All right. I think I would go. Man, I kind of want to take Brunson first overall, but I would go Curry, Brunson, Siakam, Bridges.
Yeah, and I would do that as well. I'd almost put Siakam last, but he's been playing better.
Yeah. All right, we got Powell, Reed, or Kyle Anderson for a cap of 20. Let's just scroll down to the cap of 20s here, see what we got going on over here. So we see the guys that are really popping are Ivy, Hunter, Wiggins. Wait, who did you say? Norman Powell, Naz Reid. Oh, Naz Reid projects well. Cap of 20, the projection of 22. Kyle Anderson, cap of 20, projection of 21. Norman Powell, cap of 20, projection of 19. The one thing I would say is that I think Naz Reid is the best play. I think Norm Powell has the highest ceiling, just in case he does one of his Norm Powell games, you know?
Yeah, and they got 3 games.
Yeah.
Someone's going to sit on that team, that's for sure.
That's true. Roy says, dude, Ayton's floor is lower than Mark's. All right, hold on. Let me just see. Let's see something real quick. What are my lineups here? I'm sorry we're taking a break. You can see I was looking at what the Jordan lineups were, DeAndre Jordan. Let's look at what my we'll get back to your questions. Don't worry. All right. So this is my my rare champion right now is AD, Maxey, Giddey, Ivy, and DeAndre Ayton. How do you feel about this if I sub out Ayton for Mark Williams?
Ayton for Mark Williams, and they have the same cap?
Mm-hmm. Roy, This is up to you, man. All right. You think you're fine with that?
Yeah.
All right, Roy, send it again. Send that again, Roy. Caleb Martin for DeAndre Ayton. Send it.
What's that for?
That's so then I can adjust my rare contender because this is what my rare contender looks like. Zion, Vassell. We punt with Kessler Edwards. They have 2 games. We hope we get one of them to be a blowout. And then upgrade Sharp to Caleb Martin with Buddy Hield.
Yeah, that's better. Oh, yeah. Buddy Hield, Zion, and Vassell. That's nice.
Yeah, but I'm getting a 0 most likely from Kessler Edwards unless I run good.
What's his cap, Edwards?
Kessler 3. There was no, and that's what I mean. There was like no good punt options. I could get up to 4, but there's nothing good over there. And then my advanced, I'm running out Cat, Spencer Dinwiddie, Bam, Kyrie, and Lowry. And we were talking about this offline. This seems like a very good lineup, but not a great lineup.
Yeah, I mean, like Kyrie, you never know.
Yeah.
Cat has high upside. Yeah. Bam has high upside. Dinwiddie, I think, is going to play well against the Raptors.
Yeah.
And then Lowry, I don't know. The Heat have no one. So,
yeah.
You know, like it's good. I just like without that MVP player,
right?
You don't have the guy that's like, yeah, you're getting 50 guaranteed.
Right.
You're like, you have a lot of guys that easily could get 50, that could easily get 60, but you don't have the guy that guarantees you a bad game is 50.
So. Yeah. And yeah, that is true. That is true. It's like, and even honestly, even when I've had like AD in there, it's still AD, you know, AD is great, but still feels a little bit flimsy, right? Like it still doesn't feel, I don't know. It's hard. It's just not the same type of MVP, you know?
Wait, you could put AD in? No, AD doesn't play tomorrow, does he?
No, I was saying, no, he doesn't play on Tuesday. I'm saying like even on the normal. Yeah, just in general. All right. I apologize. I derailed this a little bit. I missed a ton of questions. I'm going to remind the people though, the stream.
Pool's available to play.
Ooh, Pool's available.
Neesmith is available to play.
Okay.
I think we already knew that, no?
Neesmith we knew was probable, I think. So they just made it official, it looks like. Anything else from that?
No, that's it.
All right, here we go. If I'm going to try to catch up to questions as fast as I can. Like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag Ivy into the chat. That's what qualifies you for the rare tier card giveaway. And that's what we do here at Team Hold. We give you the best chances at winning a rare tier card because these are better than the rare contender and rare champion odds. I'm going to tell you that right now. All right, best play 10 or under from our boy Zeely. I think that's going to end up being Derrick Rose, which vomit, right? We see Julian Strother projects for 14, Derrick Rose, cap 9 up for 17, and then same thing for Fontecchio. So I think we'd rank him Fontecchio, then Rose, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Caleb Martin, Christian Brown, or Alexander Walker. Ooh. You got a take on this?
Caleb Martin.
Yeah, I think Caleb Martin too. I'd go in the order you have him, Ibrahim. Martin, Brown, Alexander Walker. Alan, what's up, Alan? Look at Alan. You on a fucking mountain right there, Alan? We love to see that. Reggie Jackson, Norman Powell, or DeAndre Hunter. I honestly, my favorite thing that you guys do, and this isn't to pick on you. I hope you continue to do it. No commas. Just or. I like that. Keep that coming. I would rank them in the order that you have them. I don't trust DeAndre Hunter. He's a big cardio guy. I think Reggie with no Jokic is going to feel like he's the best player on the team. And so, listen, Reggie might fail you tonight, but it's not because he didn't shoot it. Like, Reggie's going to take shots.
Reggie versus Michael Porter Jr., who can get more shots up.
There's going to be like 9 passes tonight in that game. We haven't talked about Zubac at all. I know KCP, Nah, and Bay have all projected well. Let's look up Zubac real quick.
Decent amount of commas, too. Decent amount of commas.
Yeah, go back to the oars. I don't want the commas. Go back to the oars. Who are you taking here out of this group? I feel like it's actually, I'm just going to let you answer instead of asking you a question and then talking over you.
I hate Zubac since the Harden trade. Just there's too many guys. KCP, Nah, or Bay. I think it's Bay, KCP, Nah, Zubac for me.
I agree in that exact order. That feels like best in show. I agree in that order. Patty Will or Grant Will? Listen, I know Pat Wills went 4 for 5 last night from 3. You can't trust Patrick Williams. So it's Grant Williams, but I'm holding my nose while I do it. Do you agree with that? I'll look up Patrick Williams, but for the love of God, it's not Patrick Williams. Yeah.
Has Grant Williams been doing anything though?
I mean, he's going to hit a couple threes. Kuka says Giddey or O'Neal. Which O'Neal is it? Royce? All right. We should have this conversation. We haven't talked about it at all. So Giddey has 2 games this game week. He's got a cap of 25 with a projection of 28. To me, it's clearly Josh Giddey. I just want to emphasize the same risk. Actually, it's not the same risk. It's a different level of risk that you will be exhibiting versus what Giddey did. But there is a lot of risk in this play because there is a chance Giddey doesn't play any of these games. He's still under investigation from the NBA.
Did you see an Australian sponsor dropped him?
Or did they drop him, or are they thinking about dropping him? I saw they unfollowed him on Instagram or something.
They removed him from all their stuff or something, and he might lose $25 million or something from him.
Yeah. So, hey, listen, there's a real chance Giddey doesn't play. Giddey is the better play, but if there's a chance he doesn't play. There's a chance he doesn't play. Marco, here we go. Marco's just letting us know he's running out Brunsanity, Miles Turner, Jared Allen, Ayton Clarkson. See, this lineup right here is exactly what I was showing you in the advanced IST tournament. Where like nobody's bad in here, but nobody's great either. So you got to like run hot. All right, let me try to catch up a little bit. I'm noticing Roy, you didn't accept my deal yet, Roy. Kobe White. Well, let's look up Kobe White. We haven't talked about him. He's actually the one bull I kind of like right now, but his cap has crept up to 28, projection of 27. I don't know. AJ saying Sabonis or Ant. You got any takes on these boys?
Oof.
The projections are almost essentially the same. They both have 2 games.
It's funny. I feel like this is interesting. These 2 players are the opposite for me. I feel like Edwards plays like better basketball, but not better fantasy basketball. And
sure.
Sabonis plays better fantasy ball than he does basketball. So I want to say Anthony Edwards, but I think it might be Sabonis.
Yeah, I think so. Sabonis is nice because it's like he doesn't need to get 30 actual points to get you there. Ant has to go 28, 8 and 8, right? Like for him to kind of hit what you need, where Sabonis can just go 18, 14, and 11. So I agree. I think with 2 shots on Sabonis, I would lean Sabonis. I mean, Ant at one point, I would say in one point in the next 3 weeks, Anthony Edwards is going to score 50 points in a game. And then if it's this week, we'll look like assholes. But I think I would lean Sabonis. Pirtle or D White, we're just going to say it's Derek White, right? You hope Holiday sits, you run out Derek White, or are you a Pirtle boy?
No. D White.
All right, here we go. David says, what's the better pick? Luka with 1 game, Wood and Stanley Umude, or Brogdon, Horford, and DeAndre Hunter? You got to play Luka. Luka might score more points than the other 3 guys combined, right?
Yeah. I mean, is Umude going to be playing?
I think. Oh, right. I think he's been playing.
He's been playing, but
I think
isn't Bogdanovich going to come back?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
I think I'm still doing that. I'm just playing Luka. If Luka's an option, I'm playing Luka. Cole with the cap of 22 against the Wizards, or Jaime Jaquez with a cap of 24 versus the Bucks and the Pacers. Wow. Wow. I actually think this is Jaime Jaquez.
I'm going Cole.
Jaime's got a cap of 24 with a projection of 23. Cole definitely projects better. Cole projects better. It's not that close, so I'm an asshole. Maddie says Holiday and Porter Jr. or Holiday. God damn it, man.
He got you.
Oh, wait, you read my question and got sidetracked. No, I didn't, Jamie. I made a strategic decision not to answer it. Mobley or Jaylen Brown for 1 game for in-season tournament? I'll let you answer this first. It's not Isaiah Mobley, but Evan Mobley. God. There we go. Cap at 36 with the projection of 38. Jaylen has a cap at 34 with the projection of 38. Assuming Cap doesn't come in, where are you going there?
I think I'm going Jaylen. Are like the Cavs still in it or not?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. No, I don't think they are.
Like, I wonder, like, what happens to those teams. They're 2-1, so they're still alive.
Yeah.
But I don't think like Mobley has that type of motor. It won't make a difference.
Yeah.
But I do think it makes a difference for Jalen.
I'm going Mobley because Jalen has to go ham scoring. Mobley is a guaranteed double-double. He's guaranteed like 14 and 10. And then you might get 5 blocks from him. So
I'm going Jalen too because they only have 2 games this week as well. So maybe they go a little heavier on the minutes for in-season tournament too.
Yeah. Swingman said very formal today for LBL, wheeling and dealing on the Cyber Monday. Swingman, did you also get fucked by getting the wrong link this morning? Happy Cyber Monday. All right. Is Jokic expected to miss both games or just one? So, Borland, we don't have a guarantee on this, but it feels like it's just one game. He had a little bit of a stiffness. They played their starters extra minutes last night towards the end of the game when it was in hand against the Spurs, and it kind of felt like the writing was on the wall. So I imagine he's going to play. Brolo or Valanciunas' lotto. I'm going to take this one. It's Brolo because he's averaging 3 blocks a game. It's out of control. All right, Neesmith is available. Billy says game changer. Rank him Williams, Rozier, or Turner. I'm assuming that's Mark Williams. Yeah. I actually think it's Scary Terry. I think Mark Williams comes in third here. I think it's Scary Terry with no LaMelo because he loves to shoot. And then it's Miles Turner, and then it's Mark Williams. All right, let me see. Mike Williams and Ain't aren't the same cap. You still want to go with it? Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, wait, hold on. Thank you, Roy.
Wow, he might have saved you there.
Roy, thank you.
Stand up guy.
Yeah, because I need him. Thank you, Roy. Thank you, Roy. All right, let me see. Did somebody already reject it? All right, Roy, I'm going to send you one more. I'm going to send you one more beautiful trade right now. So I'm going to send you $14 in ETH. How about that? $14 in ETH. That seems like a nice little thing. And then what about Eric Gordon? How do we feel about Eric Gordon, Roy? For what's his name? Caleb Martin? That means so you have Caleb on sale for 28. So that means Eric Gordon has to be worth more than $10. Do you think that's a good deal, TSC?
You saying Aaron Gordon or Eric?
Eric.
Yeah.
All right, Crocodile Dundee. There we go. You can say no, though. You don't have to feel bullied. Don't feel bullied right now. All right, let me catch up here. Poole and Brogdon or Donovan Mitchell and Christian Wood. Fuck. Man, I actually think this is Poole and Brogdon. Donovan looked so bad, man. I think he's shot 8 for 35, I think, in his first 2 games back this weekend. I don't know. It's probably Mitchell and
Wood. But you know what? He still hogged the ball at the end of the game when they're going to foul him instead of giving it to goddamn Garland.
Welcome to DFS, baby.
No, it's definitely the first one there because, like, Wood is not going to do anything like worth it.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Gonçalo says Terry Rozier, Rashawn Holmes, or Gideon Trent. Man, I'm a little bit nervous about the Giddey stuff. I know I'm playing him, but I feel like it's just weird. I feel like all of this is weird with the Giddey stuff. I think I'd go Terry and Holmes, but I don't love it. I'm sorry that's not helpful.
You can't feel good about Holmes. But
no, I don't.
But I'm not that confident in Giddey, even if he does play, because Jalen Williams, I think, is already ruled in.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that's true. Bottom line said, yeah, no, but I'm going to this, like, it's not like a wedding. It's somebody who's eloping that's having a party right from this. So that's why I'm a little dressed up and also trying to get a couple beers in.
Yeah.
Reggie or Tyus?
Fake wedding.
It is a fake. No, wedding. Listen, I wish we saved $80,000 and did that. All right, Reggie or Tyus Jones? I think this was a fun one because I think the smart answer is Tyus Jones, but I'm fucking riding and dying with Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, I think Reggie's the play here.
Yeah. Trent's asking about DeAndre Jordan. I thought we had looked. Actually, this might not be updated yet. He's got a cap of 9 and projection of. Well, it's probably a cap. Let's say it's 15. Cap of 9 projection of 15.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. Magnum saying Duren or Pirtle. I'm going Duren here. I love Jalen Duren's upside. I feel like he's a monster. He's got a cap at 34 and a projection of 34 as well. Pirtle has cap of 27 with the projection of 27. So it's exactly 7 more cap with exactly 7 more projection. So value.
No, Dern's 28. No, his cap.
Is he? Did I misread that? I apologize. I did misread that. I apologize. 20. Yeah, cap of 28, a projection of 34. So it's not close. It's not close. Risk LaMelo or play someone mid instead. I'd play someone mid. I don't think LaMelo is playing. You boys never heard of Weetabix? What?
That's the sponsor.
Okay, got
you. Cereal.
Bick saying, do we think marketing will be available for those 2 games? So Bick, I'm a little bit concerned after he missed this weekend's game too. I think if this was the first game he was missing, I'd be less concerned, but yeah. All right, I got to
hamstrings. I don't like it.
Yeah, it feels like it could linger. All right. Well, I'm trying to catch up. Would you take Giddy or the girlfriend? What the fuck, big league? Let's see what else. Now I'm nervous about a Mude best play with the cap of 13 and under. All right, David, let's do this one. I apologize. I'm jumping around a little bit, but I'm trying to catch up because I just realized we're like 55 minutes in. We're going to get out of here soon. Best plays with the cap of 13 are Scoot, Christian Henderson, Landry Shamet face. If you drop down a little bit, Luke Cornett pops, and then you've got Julian Strother and Derrick Rose and Simone Fontecchio. So there you go. Roy says, I do feel a little bullied. I'm sorry, Roy. All right, I think Evan Mobley or Mikal Bridges. Wow, okay. This is a fun one. I actually like this one, Trash European. I don't know. I'm going to let you take this one, TST, because I know you had a decision to make with Mikal Bridges, but I'll seem to be a little bit lower on Evan Mobley than me.
I'm going Mikal Bridges because I'm kind of low on Evan Mobley this year. I don't know. He's just not producing.
Yeah, he's not doing anything fancy. He's not getting you 50, but I feel like he's a 35 guy.
He's just not sucking enough to bring his cap down.
Yeah, that's fair.
And he's not doing anything great.
That's fair. 80K wedding or Nikola Jokic, one of one unique. It's a good question.
Only one of those you can resell, Mike.
Yeah, I know. Well, NFTs were hot then. I should have NFT'd our wedding. All right, let's see. What else? Did I miss anything? Would you play LeBron 3 games, Mitchell 2, or Jokic 1? Wow. I think it's LeBron 3, even though he's probably only playing 2. I think I'd go LeBron. No. I'm sorry. I'd go Jokic. I'd play Jokic with 1, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jokic is crazy.
That's my bad. Yeah. He's like a guaranteed 35, 10, and 10 or something, you know? Yeah. Joker Rock, Aiden Clarkson or Pirtle, Kyrie or... Okay. What? Okay, you doing commas and ors
and ellipsis.
I like Kyrie better than Bane. If this is a 2-part question, Bane I don't trust right now because that team is dog shit. I'm sorry. I know you're a Grizzlies fan. And then I think I like Clarkson the most of those 3 with no Laurie. What about you?
Yeah, but Clarkson just scores. That's my only problem.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, so I think I might like Aiden over him. Does not feel
okay. Good. But definitely Kyrie over Bane. Are you same with me on that?
Yeah.
All right. You don't feel confident about it though.
No, does Bane have 1 game only 2?
I thought so.
Both maybe.
Let me look up Bane here. Yeah, they only have 1 game as well.
Yeah, so Kyrie for sure.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Does Anthony Davis sit one of the 3 games? Yeah, I don't imagine AD plays all 3 games. But still, if you project him for 2, he's a great play. Strother and Wood or Holiday and Prince.
Is Justin Holiday?
Yes. Yeah. God.
I'd go Justin Holiday and Prince.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't feel great about it, but that's fine. Thoughts on this champion, Giannis, Dame, D'Lo, Streese, and Igbaji? Yeah, that's great. Love that. D'Lo is kind of interesting. I think a lot of people think that the Philly matchup is tough, but I'm not really that concerned about Maxey. I feel like I was looking it up today. His best games have come against some of the stronger opponents, which I wouldn't have looked up, except Jeb said that was the opposite. And then I was like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. And then I looked it up, and it was not true.
But Maxey's not that great of a defender either.
Right. But I wonder if they throw Melton on him.
Yeah, but who are they throwing on LeBron?
Do you think Melton gets
Tobias Harris on LeBron?
Oof. I don't think. Yeah, maybe. I'm fine with D'Lo. I'm rolling out D'Lo and some stuff. Oh wait, wow. Roy rejected the offer of $14 in Eric Gordon. That's fair, Roy. That's fair. All right, let's see. For champion, should I run out Embiid, Ant, Lillard, Duren, and Najee, or swap Duren for Buddy and Hayes? Oh God, got a little good starts this morning. What? Okay. All right. Embiid, Ant, Dame, Duren, and Zeke Najee. That's or swap Duren for Buddy and Hayes. But how are you swapping Duren for two guys?
I assume you're swapping Duren and Najee for Buddy and Hayes or Peyton Watson.
Or Peyton Watson. I think I would just roll out the initial lineup.
Yeah, because it's less confusing.
Yeah.
Because we know it has 5 players and not 6.
Yeah. What the fuck is Sorare training for? It's how you boost the guys that you're not playing to get that XP. It's a video game thing, I think. All right, I think we got there. I think we got to the end. We gotta wrap this up because I gotta figure out how I'm gonna purchase a Caleb Martin before we get out of here. No, I'm sorry, Sunshine 49er. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I know. I knew that was gonna be the case. I apologize. This is what happens for those that don't know. When you do a show like this live and you're trying to read things in real time, it's hard. So I apologize. I shouldn't be a dickhead. I thank you for being here, Sunshine 49er. Keep your initial squad. Keep that initial squad because with this lineup, you have Embiid, Ant Edwards, and Dame, who are like 3 MVPs in the same lineup. And I didn't even catch that. Yeah,
that's an awesome line.
Yeah, and then you have Jalen Duren, who is projecting really, really well. And then if maybe you run it, even if Zeke doesn't have a high game, it doesn't matter. But if he runs into a high game, you go it. You can just crush it. Should I get Booker, Şengün, or Ant? Booker only has 1 game, which makes him nervous. I think I'd rank him Ant, Şengün, Booker. There you go.
Go Booker over Şengün.
There you go. Booker over Şengün. All right. That's it. We did it. Do me a favor. Like the stream. Subscribe. Put hashtag Ivy into the chat. I appreciate everybody coming over to our new channel. TST, what do you got cooking this week? Anything?
I should have a game week preview coming tomorrow or Wednesday.
Nice.
Maybe I'll do an MVP video as well. Or
don't
at
do
least
it before Shot Tank, bro.
Oh, I might. But it will lead into what we're going to talk about on Shot Tank. And if not, I'll put something out on Twitter on that.
There you go. Beautiful. Go check out TST's channel. I should have had that linked in the show notes, but I don't yet. So what I'm going to do is pull it up right now as fast as I can. And then throw it into the chat. But on Wednesday, for those of you that are new to this channel, here we go. I found it while I was talking. For those of you that are new to this channel, this is what we're going to do. Every Monday and Friday, we will have the live before lock shows that are at this time at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll have guests. We'll give away a rare tier card, all that shit. On Sunday and Thursday, we're going to drop a value hunting for the upcoming game week. So that's 4 videos so far. And then every Wednesday, our guy Swingman Podcast, George St. Ledger, who's in the chat right now, he comes on for So Rare Sharps. And then on Wednesday night, TST, actually Jeb Bush, and our friend John Boy Beats are going to do Shot Tank on this channel. And Shot Tank this week, I'm very excited because as TST talked about the MVP, we're going to have a nice conversation about scouting MVPs. Jeb's going to talk to us about this year 2, year 1 shit when looking at the marketplace with different cards. And then John Boy Beats is going to talk about how he just keeps winning DFS. So we're going to have a really good conversation for that. So I appreciate everybody being here. I hope this was beneficial. If you have a Caleb Martin for sale right now, send me an offer. Send me an offer ASAP Rocky. All right, last call. Like the stream, subscribe, hashtag Ivy. We started today's show with 189 subs. We're up to 239. We'd love to see it. We're going to get this up over 500 in a couple of weeks. Hope everybody's lineups are fire. Best of luck to everybody this game week. The last in-season tournament game week until we hear from them that there's another one. If you win, shoot me a DM, either at Mike Zakarian or in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, join in the link in the show notes. Samet Benici, let's go!
Boom, boom.
We love to see it, Samet. Congratulations, man. Shoot me a DM or just tag me on Twitter. We'll get it. This is a great. Oh wow, my dad coming in real late trying to win a reward. Good to see you. Also, you know what? Actually, I'm glad he dropped this message, because last thing I'm gonna say before we get out of here, if you haven't left yet, we are having for a few hours left. I just dropped a link in the show notes. 15% off the entire store. So if you haven't gotten any Team Hold merch and you would like some Team Hold merch, use promo code HOLD. Promo code HOLD. I'm going to put it into the chat. On checkout, HOLD, promo code HOLD gets you 15% off anything in the store for the rest of the day. And I bummed that my dad reminded me of that, because he bought something on Friday. Didn't get the 15% off, but he's coming to Vegas. So if you guys are coming to Vegas for the tournament, which is right around the corner, you can meet Tiger in the flesh. All right, that's it. We did it. We're gonna get out of here. I gotta submit my training lineups and go buy a Caleb Martin. TST, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
No, I'm drafting over here.
All right. As always, appreciate you being here. Good luck this game week. We are out.